What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and providing me that love and support. This is a very important topic I believe that I need to address, especially in corporate America. There's a few Black American sellouts that you really need to watch out for, especially in corporate America. Systemic racism doesn't always need an outsider to keep it alive. Sometimes it's actually pushed out by the insiders. And these people, they share our skin color, but not necessarily our struggle. They benefit from the structure, they benefit from the system, and they gatekeep and hold us down. So these are some of the common figures that you need to look out for. So number one on our list is the African American corporate climber. He's a very polished professional. He's made it to the top floors of corporate America. On the surface, he has all these accolades, these success stories, wears expensive suits, has a big title, a lot of achievements, and like I said, a seat at the table. But their presence isn't meant to open the doors for the rest of us. It's actually to reassure the boss that the system is fair and just, because there's so many few Black faces that are involved. They may play the role of the safe Black man, and they typically don't challenge racism in the workplace. They don't push for equity in hiring or promotions, and they will for sure not risk their comfort to demand change. They likely adopt the values of the corporation, and they always put profit over people, especially their people. And they'll likely put image over substance. They distance themselves from the Black community and act as gatekeepers. And they're telling everyone in the Black community to work twice as hard instead of addressing the bias that requires it in the first place. You gotta watch out for the African American corporate climber. Second person on the list you wanna watch out for is the rapper/entertainer. So the entertainment industry has a double-edged sword. I mean, it has given Black people a voice, global visibility, influence, but on the other hand, it has exploited us. And some entertainers likely lean right into it. The artist cashes checks by selling destructive stereotypes. Instead of uplifting, he likely glorifies violence. He's hyper materialistic, and he portrays a very toxic image of the Black life. They rap and act out roles that corporations will know that will sell to the masses. So they'll likely embody the role of a thug, a criminal, the hypersexual, and in return, they typically get the fame and the wealth, but at the cost of reinforcing the narratives that dehumanize their own people and the community in itself. And what's even worse, they use their platforms to distract. They use their platforms to distract themselves from the real issues. They're pushing endless consumerism and escapism, causing the Black community to go further into debt, and they likely avoid meaningful conversations about systemic oppression. They become the tools of cultural control, keeping the masses entertained, but never uplifting and never empowering them. So watch out for the rapper and entertainer. And last but not least, the media mouthpiece. This one's actually very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Probably the most dangerous of them all. He's a Black media figure, or she's a Black media figure, who uses their voice to defend the system. They're commentators, journalists, a lot of times influencers. They're given a lot of airtime to speak for us, but they're not there to fight for the community. They likely make the community even look much worse than it actually is. They downplay racism. They're just like the entertainer. They stray off from talking about meaningful conversations. They just dismiss protests. They push the narratives that criminalize Black struggle. And instead of challenging police brutality, they'll lecture the community about respect. They don't address systemic barriers. They'll always focus on individual blame. The role is to soothe the mainstream audience and reinforce the idea that the system isn't really broken, but the community in itself is broken. With a smile on a platform, they become our trusted messengers of the very oppression that they should actually be exposing. But because they look like us, their words hit even harder and confuse us even more. So those are the three people that you should really be careful of. Not every black face is about black freedom. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. These archetypes are very dangerous individuals, and they're actually a very big threat to the system. They're actually a very big threat to our community. They benefit from it. They don't defend it. They act like they defend it, but they actually help to keep it alive. So just wanted to go ahead and drop some gems. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope this resonated with everyone. You guys have a good one. Peace.